Good evening, good afternoon, family. This is Dr. Kia Pruitt. It's still Monday. It is April the 3rd, 2023, and the time is 4:06 p.m. I'm coming back live because while I was reading the letter by David Schectman, the co-founder of Miles Franklin Precious Metals Company, my live stream cut. So I could tell from looking at StreamYard. StreamYard is where you can actually stream on several platforms at the same time. I could see from my StreamYard account from where I was streaming that it said that the YouTube chat had stopped. So I continued to report. But in the meantime, I was getting texts and email from people saying, hey, they removed your YouTube channel. I can't find your YouTube channel. The stream cut. We can't find you. What's going on? So I don't know how reporting on gold and silver is threatening anybody, but basically at about 2:03, 2:04 p.m., I started reading an article from David Schectman, the founder or co-founder of Miles Franklin Precious Metals Company. And in his letter, basically he was saying it was a sense of urgency. And I'll see if I can find that for you, that we needed to buy gold and silver as soon as possible because they were processing so many orders. And he was saying that, they were processing like seven figure orders right now, and that we needed to act. And David Schectman was saying that, he's been in his business for 34 years. So he knew that this was the time to act now. And it wasn't time to sit on the sidelines. He didn't want you to do nothing. He wanted you to move in urgency. So as I was reading that article, I also would put up other articles to support what David Schectman was saying, and of course give my commentary about why there's a sense of urgency. And again, in the middle of speaking, I got cut from the podcast. Oh, I see. I'm getting, I'm getting so many calls. So here is what the letter was saying. Let me share this with you right quick. I'll put this letter in the description section, family. Basically, the letter is from the co-founder of Miles Franklin Precious Metals Company. This is Andy Schectman's father, David, who started the company 34 years ago. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. They've never had one customer complaint. They maintain their A+ rating, and they have approached $9 billion in sales. Basically, what David Schectman said, as many of you do not know me, I, along with Andy Schectman, his son, founded Miles Franklin in 1990. While I was reading this letter, I got cut off and my whole YouTube channel was deleted for violating community standards. This would have been my third strike. So that means after you get three strikes because you're reporting things that they don't like or that violates their standards or is conspiracy theory, then you can't report or upload. But they just remove my whole channel. So I encourage you to please follow me, continue to follow me on Rumble at Dr. Kia Pruitt, YouTube, and Twitter. So he says he founded Miles Franklin. For years, he wrote a newsletter that they sent out on a weekly basis, often on a daily basis. Though I retired from Miles Franklin many years ago, since 1983, I've continued to follow the market and possess a broad understanding of what's happening and where it's all headed. I am deeply concerned, David Schectman says, about what I'm seeing going on now. The speed with which things are changing is alarming. The increase in interest rates isn't about how much things have changed, but rather the speed at which they are changing. It's difficult to process and make sense of it all. This is why I'm sending out this email, he says. I want you to be fully aware of what's happening, and it's crucial to your financial well-being that you not only understand it, but also factor in the speed at which these things are happening. There is a time to think about what you see happening, and there is a time to act. I am suggesting that that time is now, he says. Here is what you should know. The world is de-dollarizing, meaning they're dropping the United States dollar at an alarming rate and accelerating pace. Brazil, the second largest exporter of corn in the world, and China have just struck a deal to ditch the United States dollar in favor of their own currencies and trade transactions, David Schectman says. All of the BRICS nations, that's Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, along with the ever expanding list of countries that comprise the BRICS Plus nations either already have or will soon trade outside of the dollar. Andy has been warning about this for the last 3 years, and now it's a reality. Andy is David Schectman's son and the CEO of Miles Franklin Precious Metals Company. The Saudis have applied to join the BRICS and will soon accept any major currency for their oil. The dollar's days as the sole world reserve currency are over. It's over for the United States dollar. What does this mean for you and me? It means much higher inflation. The dollar will be worth less and rapidly rising prices. The word is spreading fast. Miles Franklin's business has never been this strong. We have never seen anything like the demand in the past 2 weeks. This demand is based on fear, not greed. Fear is the strongest motivator. The banking crisis, which is just getting started, has motivated tens of thousands of people to convert their dollars into gold and silver. This demand, leads to two things: higher premiums and shortages. Let me repeat. This demand leads to two things: higher premiums and shortages and delays, and it will only get worse. Andy, my son, David says, told me that the Austrian Mint and the Canadian Royal Mint have informed us that they are cutting back on allocations. All of the mints will soon follow suit. And this time, the fundamentals are so strong that the rush into gold and silver will not abate. It will only increase. We are witnessing a new class of buyers who coming to us in a panic to buy gold and silver. They are very wealthy, these clients are. We are processing multiple seven-figure orders on a daily basis. Not long ago, we had two separate orders that were over $50 million each, and it's only just beginning. Please believe me when I tell you premiums are rising and supply is fast disappearing. This is not the time to sit back and think about what to do. This is not the time to wait for the you know what to hit the fan. It already has hit the fan if you're paying attention. Only 0.5% of all financial assets in the United States are invested in gold or silver. The historical mean is 2.5%. That means just to reach the mean, our business will increase by at least 5 times what it is today. And before that happens, there will be no more gold or silver available at any price. Andy and I are on the same mind when it comes to the concept of wealth. We do not measure our wealth in mere dollars, but rather in ounces of hard assets. This philosophy was imparted to me by my esteemed mentor, Jesse Cornish, all the way back in 1984. He says, this is again, David Schectman. The time is now. I'm getting calls. I have to leave in a minute. It's becoming increasingly clear that the banking system is in a state of disarray. You should also be wise to avoid denominating your wealth in paper. Be wise to avoid denominating your wealth in paper dollar-based investments such as stocks, bonds, and ETFs. Even investing in gold and silver through an ETF would be unwise, as these will only pay you back in dollars, which is precisely what you should be trying to avoid right now. The time to act is now before prices skyrocket and availability disappears altogether. History has shown us that the average return on investment is around 5%, but before demand increases by a factor of 10, just to reach that mean, the supply of these hard assets will run dry and you will be left with nothing to show for your investment. The reason I have decided to emerge from the shadows and speak out, drawing on my 4 decades of experience in this industry, I implore you, I beg you, I admonish you, I encourage you to take action now. David Schectman, the founder of and co-founder of Miles Franklin's Precious Metals Company, says, take action now and convert as many of your dollars as possible into tangible assets. Andy's team at Miles Franklin is currently overwhelmed with the sheer volume of incoming calls that we receive on a daily basis. Our brokers, though, are so busy trying to keep up that they do not have the time to reach out to their extensive client base. If you want to act now, and I urge you to do so, simply reach out to your broker or email us at info@milesfranklin.com. The more information you include in the email, the better equipped we will be to expedite your request. Rest assured, we are doing everything that we can to respond to all correspondence as quickly as possible, despite some delays that we are currently experiencing. Again, family, this is a memo that was in Miles Franklin's newsletter that was by David Schectman, the co-founder of Miles Franklin Precious Metals Company. As I was reporting this, I was cut off midstream and my channel was deleted. So please email the company info@milesfranklin.com. That is the contact information for the Precious Metals Company. Ask them for a list of inventory and prices. Place your order. Let them know that Dr. Kia Pruitt referred you, and you will receive the best prices in the industry. So you can follow me on Twitter at Sister Counselor, or you can just type in Dr. Kia Pruitt. You can follow me on Facebook at Dr. Kia Pruitt. You can follow me on Rumble at Dr. Kia Pruitt, as well as Telegram and Truth Social. Bye for now. I am going to put the description of this this newsletter by David Schectman, the co-founder of Miles Franklin, in the description section for you all to read at length. What I'll do is copy and paste it. And then I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Gold Star Mother Susan Price and XRP Lion One to discuss what's going on in the financial markets and what's going on in geopolitics, what's going on with digital assets such as XRP and XLM and Nasara and Jasara. I love you. I'm sorry about my channel deletion. I do have a backup channel. My Rumble is served as my backup channel, as well as Telegram and Truth Social. And I have another YouTube channel, but it's about femininity. But who knows, I may create another YouTube channel. I am appealing to the deletion of my channel. I never would have thought that reporting on gold and silver would get me a third strike, but it did. And again, I was talking about how the co-founder of Miles Franklin, who is David Schectman, Andy Schectman's dad, wrote a letter of urgency to us to let us know that the dollar is being dethroned all over the world and people are rushing to gold and silver. So if you want to get gold and silver, contact Miles Franklin, info@milesfranklin.com. Place your order and let them know that Dr. Kia Pruitt referred you so you can receive the best prices in the whole nation. Peace. Make this a good day.